Hello and welcome back to the Top 16 game with me, Rebecca Walker, and joined as always by Richard Walker.
Good day.
Good day. So this is from the cut of the World Championships back in February, and on the left side we have Night's Watch Valryian still, versus on the right Lanni Kingdom of Shadows.
Glorious.
More Kingdom of Shadows, I'm afraid.
Yay.
Lanni Kingdom was pretty prevalent.
Yay.
And I had limited choices on which games I could record.
Why haven't they banned it yet?
What? Kingdom?
Yeah.
Just banned the agenda in general.
Yeah.
I feel that's a little bit dramatic.
Alright, set up then. Eric Green. We met this guy in Starlet.
Yeah.
In the kebab
a couple
shop.
of times.
Setting up, duped Maester Aemon, Seasoned Woodman, and Maester Mullen.
Yep.
And Eric Swanson gone for an interesting setup of 4 Shadows cards. No economy though.
On either side, no. I'm going to assume that Eric Green doesn't run the Shadows plot. Oh, what's it called?
Exposed duplicity.
Yeah, because
it's possible, but I don't know if it's likely.
Yeah, it's unlikely. I mean, I'm sure Eric Swanson, having seen the list, wouldn't have set up 4 cards in Shadows if he knew that Eric Green does run it.
Very good point.
Mm-hmm. And both players, with that lack of economy, have decided to go for some. So Eric Green grabbing a Rose Road, Eric Swanson going for a Gates of the Moon. So quite nice for Eric Green. Means he gets 2 gold regardless and isn't giving one over to Eric Swanson. Right, how did I manage to get a game with 2 Erics in it?
I know, I was just thinking the same thing. I mean, Eric's not a super common name.
No!
And now we've got 2 Erics playing on the stream.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We need to come up with nicknames for them.
Swan.
Swanee and Greenie.
Greenie? Swanee? Jesus.
I don't think they'd appreciate it. Maybe we won't use nicknames. Yeah. Just wanted to say thanks in particular to Eric Green. I know he was a little bit reluctant to play on screen on video. But I was very limited in who I could record because of the positioning of the tables and things. So
is he a nervous man, or did he just not want to show off his tech?
I think he was a bit nervous about playing on camera.
Okay.
He said he doesn't want to play on camera, and the rare times he does, it doesn't go so well for him. So he was a bit
superstitious
nervous.
Man.
Possibly.
I think he played in one of the world streams before, the official FFG one from a couple of years ago.
Okay.
I think he had been on stream before. But yeah, not everybody's totally competent playing on camera.
Oh no, I mean it's fair enough, especially at sort of high stakes kind of level.
Best thing to do is just pretend it's not there.
Yeah, well, we've got our friend Adam East. He doesn't particularly like to play on camera unless he's in the final, does he? So
yeah, but he cries and whines too much.
Don't be mean.
So we've got the Bowels of Casterly Rock.
Yep. And is that Nefarious Acolyte?
It is. He played a Nefarious Acolyte, triggered the barrel for the 2 gold back.
Yeah. Seems good. So the Nefarious Acolyte means that the Kingdom of Shadows reduction would have been used now, right?
Yep.
Cool. And then some economy over there. Which one's that one? Oh, that'll be the Red Keep, won't it?
What were?
The little one at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I say little one, the big one. Seasoned Woodsman has just had, I think that was a practice blade that I just saw put on him.
Agreed.
I always think the Seasoned Woodsman looks a bit like a girl, but then it can't be, surely, because it's like a Night's Watch card, and Night's Watch are all men.
Gilly?
Apart from Gilly, but she didn't count. She just sort of like randomly appeared, didn't she? Sam snuck her in.
Interesting.
An Underground Vault for the extra gold. And then
Clydas.
Clydas, he's annoying. So trying to trigger. And that's that's cancelled by the Red Keep. So Red Keep's just nil to cancel, right?
Yeah. So unless Eric Swanson's going to use that gold with, i.e. now, or with his first action next phase, he's going to lose it anyway.
Oh yeah. Might not be worth using then.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he's going to spend it on. He must have something to do with it.
Well,
he's going to bring a card out of Shadow with the 1 gold.
Yeah.
And then draw the card with the barrel, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's first player, so he will get first action money in the challenges phase. And Clydas also has Ghost on him now. Oh, Okay, he's not doing anything.
And maybe he parted action and didn't think about that. Or maybe, I don't know. Seems a bit of a shame to use that red keep.
Maybe it was just to try and stop Eric's marshalling.
Could be.
To slow down Eric's marshalling.
That makes a lot of sense.
But then again, with the Valryian steel agenda, you can ambush in something anyway.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know how much effect it would have had. Do you think there's another card on the board that Eric Swanson would prefer to have cancelled?
Maybe Mullen. I'm not sure. I don't know if Eric Green wants to use Mullen to attack in military. Get that nefarious acolyte from the board. Force Eric's hand.
So
he's also got military in the seasoned Woodman, I forgot.
Yeah. So Eric Swanson decided to pass his challenges here, which I found interesting because obviously the acolyte's just going to die unless there was a trick, which there wasn't. Would you have gone in with the intrigue maybe, just to try and get cards out of Eric Green's hand? Admittedly, you're probably leaving yourself with a power for Eric Green to take, but like especially threatening the green, poison coin is a thing, isn't it?
It is. But Mace Drayman, if he'd have left the red keep standing, then that has more value because you can cancel the save.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if I would have maybe just done the intrigue just to get a card out of, potentially get a card out of Eric's hand.
I think not getting a power on your house card to slow your opponent down
is more important.
Is definitely a worthwhile consideration there. I mean, going in the first turn, going for one of the things I think it's important to weigh up is the value of actually doing challenges against getting power on your house card.
Yeah. I mean, you see people in their first turn like go first, get a bit of power, do some challenges, but not really push through much. And then the second player goes, and because your board's now out, they can get 3 in opposed plus power claim as well, and you actually end up a lot worse off. And that's quite a common thing to happen.
Well, turn 1 going first, an unopposed power challenge gets you a power. But an unopposed power challenge as the second player just has more value because it brings your opponent back down to -1.
Yeah.
And you get +2.
So Eric Green had 2 challenges on his side. He did a military killing off the nefarious acolyte and also did an intrigue challenge which got a pinch out of Eric Swanson's hand. We're on to the next plots. We have rationing from Eric Green into trading with the Pentoshi from Eric Swanson, and first player is our Lanni player. Just a nice little sum up there for you.
Yeah, that was a lovely sum up. Thank you, Rebecca.
You're welcome, Richard. I was paying attention.
Eric has lots of gold.
Which Eric?
The Erics have lots of gold.
To be fair, both of them will be getting quite a decent amount.
Agreed. I think Eric Green will actually win out of that, considering he can have some Klydas triggers.
Yeah, this is true. So Clyde... Oh yeah, so Klydas could have triggered in the plot phase, but Eric didn't... Eric Swanson didn't have any gold in the plot phase, so it doesn't really matter. So going for the marshalling phase, and looks like that went through. Yeah, because Eric Green now has 4 gold on his plot card rating.
Yeah, so Eric Swanson, let's call Eric Swanson the Lanni player. The Lanni player plays a gold mine, gets rid of a hired assassin to draw another card. Plays out another card, looks like a Rose Road.
Yeah.
So economic base, very important for Shadows deck. To be able to have those couple of turns where you just basically fly through all your Shadows effects.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel some opponent try to block it too early. They go with the bar in the gates or the king in the north turns on turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, I've got a habit of doing that. Which is why I'm not in the top 16.
When did you do it in the last game?
I don't know, maybe 2 or 3? Turn 2 or 3.
I think turn 3 onward is generally strong, unless you're getting smashed on board presence early. Because sometimes the Lanni Kingdom deck can wipe your board turn 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, first snow is mean against my little start crossing deck. Which was what wiped my board in the last game.
Lovely.
Yeah. They're just doing a bit of math here. They're just double checking that the Lanni player got the correct amount of gold. I think they worked out that they did. Too many locations there going off the board. Is that a Alchemist Guild at the end there?
The Alchemist Guild Hall? Yes.
Guild Hall, yeah.
So Eric Swanson has quite a lot of council now. He's got repetitive council in the Guild Hall. He's saving gold, quite a significant amount of gold.
Got 6 there.
Yeah, and he still had the reduction from his agenda.
Yeah.
Does it reduce by 2 or 3?
I don't remember the top of my head, I'm sorry. Would you like me to
I think it's 2.
Would you like me to consult my memory?
It's 2.
Okay. 2 sounds right. 3 would be quite a lot.
I think it is 2 because of nighttime marauders. You'd just be able to do that in the draw phase without having to do the trade routes play beforehand. So I think
true.
I've got deja vu then. Did I say that in the last video?
I feel like you did. I feel like I heard you say that before. It's okay, honey. You're getting old. You know, you're going to repeat yourself every now and then. So just on to the Night's Watch players marshalling. And
they played a flea bottom alley.
Yeah. Oh, it could be cancelled, wouldn't it?
I think it's a worthwhile cancel because you get to stop the character coming in and you get to stop them drawing a card.
But it was not cancelled, so the Old Forest Hunter has come into play. Got some more gold for another Old Forest Hunter.
More ways to get gold.
Yeah, seems good. So 6 gold on the Lanni player's side is a little bit suspicious, even if Clydas takes one in the challenges phase. Our Lanni player has a mount which would let some mean Robert Strong, not Bobby Moores, come out.
I don't think Bobby Swole is an issue when Eric has so many characters on the board.
True.
Quite frankly.
But if you can kill off important ones, like get rid of Clydas, because he's got the Alchemist Guild Hall and the Red Keep now, so he can cancel.
Is Clydas even that important?
Possibly for a Shadows player.
Clydas has Ghost, so he can be saved. So
can the Red Keep and the Alchemist Guild Hall cancel the Ghost and the Aemon?
Yes.
So you could use 2 triggers, but you could kill someone basically.
Kill one person. I don't think that's necessarily worth, especially when you consider the Kingdom player is almost definitely going to run a reset.
Yeah, so
But then the Valryian Steel player is almost definitely running Return to the Field. Especially given the outlay he just put onto the board. That smells like Return to the Field next round.
Yeah, I mean that's really filling the board. But I think the key point here is he's played out Craster. So Craster against Lanni Kingdom is fantastic. The Shadows decks tend to enjoy playing Valar Morghulis once their opponent has flooded the board. But Eric Green has Craster, who can bring everyone back. Also has Aemon to try and save, plus dupes, plus Ghost. So he's got quite a few different ways to try and stop the Valar from being significant, basically.
Or play his own Valar.
Or play their own Valar, yeah.
Not something you want to do here, but
Probably not. Let's Valar my board of 10 different characters.
let's make the game harder for myself.
Yeah, I want this on hard mode. So yeah, triggering Clydas to steal a gold in the challenges phase. And he's not used that Valryian Steel ambush thing yet. So with the gold, he's now got an option to jump something in if he wants to.
Yeah, Eric Green has also marshalled a ranging party now, which is important for him because he doesn't really have many power icons.
Yeah, it's a thing with Night's Watch. Like, it goes one of 2 ways, isn't it? Sometimes you've got all the power icons and nothing else. Or if you're playing a different style of deck, you've got barely any power icons. And
you're talking about builders and then normal Night's Watch.
Basically, yeah. I hate builders.
That's just because you get smashed by it.
Oh, I just remember my first ever game against builders was at Northampton Regional against Whammer. And Whammer was just playing builders and no one had seen it before. And it was just like, what the heck is going on? I can't do anything. And I just sat there in front of him just like, I don't know why the marshalling's taking 10 minutes, but apparently it is.
So you thought he was slow playing you? Interesting development.
Oh, no. That's not what I said, and you know it's not. No, it just took 10 minutes for all the bullshit to be got through.
Bullshit?
Yeah, all of the stupid builders stuff.
So you're saying Whammer wasn't very good at playing builders, so he took 10 minutes to do the marshalling and do all the stuff? Because I'm pretty sure now he'd be able to do it in less than a minute.
Are you trying to make it sound like I'm insulting Whammer?
You're insulting Whammer. Okay, glad you have that agreed. So
Whammer, you know we all think you're like the best player in the UK, if not globally one of the best players. I don't know about the best player, possibly, but...
That's not Whammer. That's Whammer.
Anyway,
I don't know this Robert Strong.
Robert Strong killed the ranging party. The ranging party was trying to do a power challenge, but now it's dead. See, I was paying attention.
Yep. And why did the ranging party die?
Because Aemon's trigger was stopped by the Red Keep.
Yes.
I am paying attention, honey. Do not fear. I am here.
But when I solicited you to explain that, you omitted that detail.
You're not a child. You can see these things yourself. Robert Strong is back to hand because we have the... Frig what their name is.
Frig what their name is, yes. The frig what their name is has hit the board.
Yeah. What are they called again?
The Regent's Guard.
That's it. I kept thinking like Red Guard, and I was like, that's not right. I'm thinking of Red Cloaks and something Guard, and it's a something that I'm missing, but I think it begins with an R.
The Red Guard and the Regent's Cloak.
Yeah, there you go. Some new cards for the Conclave to come up with.
So this is seemingly a tough game for the Lanni Kingdom to get going.
Yeah,
You've got to try and chew through the big board, but the lack of power icons on the Night's Watch Valryian Steel side, if that can carry on, there's still an opportunity.
Yeah, I think, your Shadows decks generally do take a little while to set up, and then, once they're ready, just come get you. And he does have a really good back row of cards. He's got plenty of economy. He's got 2 cancels in the back row. He's got a way of filtering through his deck. So he's pretty set up on the back. He's not got many cards in Shadows.
What he needs is to make the board small again, so his economy and his cancels hit harder.
Yeah. Thinking a reset maybe next turn?
It's possible.
Although a Valar won't get rid of everyone, the Valar can get rid of most of them, right?
I think First Snow might be nice as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of low-cost characters on the board. What would stay, actually? Cruster, Clydus... You can scud the dupe from Aemon, yeah. Yeah,
the thing is, if you're expecting Return to the Fields from Eric Green here, First Snow doesn't really do enough. No, he's just going to sacrifice a couple of Forest Hunters and something else. Do you know what I mean? Except that the others are coming back to hand.
Yeah. I guess we'll see what he plays.
So what do you expect to see from Eric Swanson? So bear in mind these guys have seen each other's list, so there's an extra element of gamesmanship here.
Well, this is what I said to you in the last game. I didn't like seeing my opponent's list because it meant that I was constantly overthinking about what they could be playing and trying to...
That goes to your opponent as well.
I know, but they probably don't worry as much as I do. I'm like the biggest worrywart around.
Yep, just focus on your own game.
Yes,
Think
boss.
about what plot you want to play. Think about if your opponent has a good counter to it and how likely they are to think that you're going to play that.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the most interesting aspects of the game, the plot game, when you know your opponent plots and then you have to sort of try and do the bait and switch. Trick them into thinking you're going to play Valar next round, but you're not. You're going to delay it another turn. So, for example, if Eric's on 1 return to the field, Eric Green, and Eric Swanson has 1 reset, 1 Valar Morghulis, this would be a good time for Eric Green to play return to the field. So if you're Eric Swanson, you think, no, I'm not going to Valar this next round. I'm going to Valar a turn after. Because the return to the field would be gone. And if he doesn't play return to the field now, that would be a bit silly.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is the plot game. This is the intriguing thing. When you know each other's plots.
I know you like trying to outthink people and psyching people out.
No.
This is your kind of thing, I think.
This is why I beat you when we play at home. Because I build all the decks you play. And I'm playing the plot game.
That's true. You were like, Rebecca's definitely going to play this, and she doesn't know what my plots are. I should get to study your deck list before.
You can just build some decks. And I'll happily play them.
You know, when I get building decks, I end up building stupid things like Martell and Stark, all the ladies, or something stupid.
No, what we should do, we should build 3 decks each and have a best of 3 game. But instead of playing the deck we built, we just put all 6 in 6 different deck boxes and pick them randomly. So you don't know if you get to play your own or mine or what.
We would be playing some very bullshitty games. I just wanted to point out that Eric Green used the Old Forest Hunter to gain a couple of gold in the taxation phase. So he has the gold coming into the plot. He's got 2 gold coming into this plot.
Doesn't sound like a turn then where you need the gold. So here we go. Return to the field from Eric Green. First no from Eric Swanson. So I think getting rid of the 2 Old Forest Hunters is correct. Mm-hmm. You won't want to return Hob because you'll want to play him out next round.
Yeah.
Same with the Seasoned Woodman. Mason Mullin might be a candidate.
Yeah, it's not like the Lanni player has many cards on the board to do challenges with.
Yep.
So yeah, decided to go for the 3. And it kind of makes sense with the getting the 2 gold for the plot. He knew that he was probably going to sacrifice the Old Forest Hunters. So wanted to use their ability to be able to reflood the board.
I think getting that 2 gold might have been a pretty strong signal to Eric Swanson that return to the field was going to happen.
Unless, is there a Night's Watch card that cancels a plot? That's 2 gold. Is there, am I thinking?
That's Martell. Someone always tells.
Ah, okay.
You may also be thinking of the Crow of the Tricksy Bird, which means you look at your opponent's plot and then you choose your opponent's plot for the next round.
Okay, I think that's what I was thinking of. I knew there was something in Night's Watch. So this was in the either the draw phase or the plot phase. He did this, but he's put the attachment out to trigger the Seasoned Woodsman because the Seasoned Woodsman's monster phase.
Twice per phase.
Twice per phase. Okay. So yeah, I'm pushing out that attachment so that he can get the triggers.
I mean, he really wants to load it up. And maybe he's going to sacrifice it next turn. Do you think Night's Watch Valryian deal ones to return to the fields?
No. Seasoned Woodsman, how much does that cost? Isn't that 3 cost?
No, 2.
2. So that's going to come back to hand, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess he just wanted the extra triggers.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, if you put a 1 cost attachment on it, you can get 2 gold back.
Yeah, that's true. Or draw a card if you're looking for answers. Might be searching for a dupe for Hob. So it looks like the Lanni player is going first. Got a decent amount of gold again. I'm not sure if Clytus was triggered or not. But the Red Keep isn't out, and the Alchemist Guild Hall is still out, so... Ah, there we go. So try to trigger it, and the Alchemist Guild Hall goes back into Shadows there to cancel it.
Interesting. Because you're going to have to pay 2 to bring it back out. But he's going to get 2 gold back. Good old bowels.
Does that trigger, is it once a phase?
Yes.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So kneeling the Underground Vault there to gain another 2 gold.
Underground Vault. Wow.
Did it go right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Normally call it something like Northern Armory or Northern Keep.
I know, I thought I'd got it right earlier, and then when you commented then, I was like, oh no, maybe I said it wrong earlier. I'm getting the hang of these names, you know. I've been playing for like 4 or 5 years. 5 years? 5 years.
You haven't played since Worlds.
Yeah,
except maybe that one tiny little casual tournament we did. when you just took a deck I gave you?
I've asked you if you want to play Thrones every single day, and every single day you say no. So it's your fault. I'll blame Richard if I get bad at Thrones, guys. It's all his
Get
fault.
bad.
I'm sorry. Where did you come at Worlds? Or where did I come at Worlds? I can use this forever as well.
You didn't even qualify for the melee tournament, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I was like 33rd on the day where you needed to be in top 32. I was like, fuck fake. Nearly qualified.
Cool. What's
Anyway.
what's 2 gold on the card? Seized by the guard? On the red key?
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty good. I like it.
And we've got Benjen. It's Benjen, right?
It is.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing a possibility now of a Valar coming from Eric Green, because he's got Mace Derangement to save plus a dupe. He's got Klydas to save with Ghost and a dupe. He might want to kill this Eden Woodman to get some attachment. Oh no, that's going to be off the board, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Yep. Hob's going to go, but Benjen can die, and then through all that he can try to trigger Quaster and bring them back.
Seems good.
Interesting.
With regards to the Benjen, he'd be shuffled into the deck before Quaster could trigger to bring everyone back, wouldn't he?
Good question. Let me think. Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, yeah.
Crap combo, Richard. Shut up. What do you know? You're bad at Thrones.
No, I mean, you'd still get 2 power out of it and then could remarshal Benjen later at some point.
True.
Yeah.
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 It's all good. Don't worry, honey.
So
Got your
good.
back.
It's all good, man. The real banter play is to play small pool. Kill him, trigger small pool's effect, and search for some steward card, and then Quaster to bring him back. Yeah, pull small, pull small, he's the man. Yoran!
Young.
Yoran goes to take Regent Guard. Eric Swanson instinct is to trigger the Red Keep. I don't know why he didn't trigger the Alchemist Guildhall.
Is that on the board at the moment?
Yeah, it's there.
Oh, yeah.
Because he brought it back out and triggered the barrel.
Maybe he didn't want to pay for it.
Pay?
To come back out.
Oh, I see. Yeah, but you don't want to cancel Yoran, right? Because then you've got a character.
True. But apparently not.
Okay. Could be that the marshalling of Yoran tilted him slightly. That's possible.
Yeah. It could be that he specifically needs that amount of gold.
Could be.
So Nighttime Marauders there coming out and choosing a 2-cost thing. The Lanni player just having a little look at Eric Green's hand and getting rid of the 2-cost cards that were in hand. I think there were about 3. I couldn't see the other cards, but we saw that the top one there is the Underground Vault, and the Night's Watch player getting the cards back. He's allowed back. Then Clyde is triggering to steal a gold. Were you looking something up?
Just checking the wording on Kingdom.
Find anything interesting?
I think it's free of spelling errors.
Well done. You should be a proofreader. Okay, and I think I just saw the Alchemist Guildhall going back into Shadows. I'm not sure what he was cancelling though.
Isn't it over there?
What was it? Oh, something came back into Shadows.
Oh, I'm not sure. I can't really see. Maybe cancelled Klydas?
Yeah, that seems likely actually. I think he tried to trigger Clydas, but there's no gold, so maybe it was cancelled. So we've got military coming in from the Nighttime Marauders. They're 3 strength, right?
They are 3 strength.
So the Regent's Guard's 4 strength, right?
The Regent Guard is 4 strength.
So you could defend it if you wanted.
You could.
I'd be tempted to let it go through unopposed so that I could have some power to steal back.
And trigger Benjamin.
Trigger Benjamin or just kill off the Regent's Guard.
If you trigger Benjamin, you don't have any power icons.
Oh, yes. Maybe call the Regent's Guard.
Or you could just defend it.
Or you could just defend it. But like I say, I'd be tempted to try and let the Lanni player get some more power. Just so you've got something to steal.
I mean, on the other side, keeping the Kingdom player down to 0 power means their comeback toward the end of the game going to be slower.
Yeah,
and it is a timed game at 55 minutes. I mean, that's a perfectly viable strategy. As long as you're not slow playing, if you keep the Kingdom player down for as long as possible in the first 2 to 3 rounds, the harder it is then to come back in 55 minutes.
So Tyrion's just come out of Shadows, which hasn't been paid for, I think. There we go. And then when Tyrion came out of Shadows, the Red Keep went into Shadows?
Yep. So Tyrion has text.
Yeah. What I was more saying was the Seized by the Guard was still on the board, just on its own, but it looks like they've remembered and taken it back now.
Give them time, dear.
Is it terminal, Seized by the Guard?
Probably.
Because it wasn't that the gold was lost from it, it's just the card it was attached to disappeared. Can you check if it's terminal? Can you consult your memory? I'm interested now.
Yeah.
Seeing as you're already on the page looking at stuff anyway.
I'm not on the page, I'm on a page. Terminal.
There you go.
I mean, that'd be why it's in the discard pile.
I know, but sometimes these things get missed. It's certainly something I would miss. So, can you remind me of the exact wording on Tyrion?
I knew you were going to say that, and that's why I was on the page.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Let's see.
And the Lanni player there just pop in a red token on the card to show which card was the Red Keep that went into Shadows.
After a non-event card you control comes out of Shadows, i.e. Tyrion himself, place another card you control in Shadows with a Shadow token on it. Whilst that card is in Shadows, it gains Shadows XX is its printed cost. So the Red Keep is now a Shadows card with a Shadow 4.
Second question then. Can you use the Kingdom of Shadows agenda to bring that out, like to reduce that coming out of Shadows?
No.
Because
Kingdom of Shadows reduces the cost of the first character you bring out of Shadows by 2.
Oh, it's character? Okay.
Otherwise, bringing the Alchemist Guildhall out in the marshalling phase
would be free.
Would have been free.
This is very true. The Alchemist Guildhall are just sort of popping in and out of Shadows, apparently. We've got barring the gates on the left into trade routes on the right. And yeah. Guildhall in and out of Shadows. The Red Keep is still in Shadows.
Well, that's a good time to bar the gates. What, the plot 4?
Yes, sounds right.
On your opponent trade routes turn.
And they're clearly up to shenanigans. Oh yeah, of course, because Clydes could try and steal a gold in the plot phase because of the trade routes.
Yeah.
And then in the draw phase.
Yeah.
And in the marshalling phase.
Yep.
No wonder the Alchemist Guildhall was going in and out. Clydes is a pain in the arse, man.
He is. I mean, I think he's too strong. Limit 1 per phase is definitely too strong. I mean, twice a round is better.
Yeah.
Because it gets around. Because that way you can't just play Pentoshi and get the 3 extra gold for yourself rather than your opponent. Because you can feasibly trigger it in plot, draw, marshalling, challenges, and that's 4 gold.
Yeah.
I think 2 gold are much fairer. It's not nice, but there are ways to deal with him. He can be milked, he can be killed. It's just really annoying.
The counter argument is his 5 cost for a Mon 4 cost? 4 cost from Monocon. And the strength isn't amazing. So he needs something good to make you want to play him. I don't know if you'd play him if it was only 2 gold.
I think you would.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I don't think he'd be in every single Night's Watch deck, but it'd still be a good card. Taking 2 gold from your opponent still allows you to play Pentoshi.
Yeah, this is true. We've got a... Oh, what's that little dude?
Steward?
Yeah, Steward at the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Steward at the wall and Messenger Raven on the board.
I've only been playing the game for 5 years now, and I can't remember the core set card name.
Oh, fuck off. I don't play a lot of Night's Watch, alright? You know I don't. I'm Stark. Give me Stark cards, I can get most of them.
I thought you were Targ.
Oh no, that was in the beginning, now I'm all Stark.
Yeah. Oh, you remember that Targ Stag deck you built?
I was so proud of that deck. I don't even know what I was attempting to achieve with it.
You're doing the Khal Drogo 2 military challenges along with the Vanguard of the North, the ones that don't kneel when you've got a war plot.
Oh yeah, I think I played it against Bamford and he was just terrified because he was like, there's so many military challenges. And that was fun.
And then he won?
I think I might have won the Northampton tournament. I'm just going to say I won because, like, you know, no one's going to...
I think that was Targ Wolf, not Targ Stag. Your Targ Stag was the dragons and the Neil.
Yeah. Because Vanguard of the North wouldn't be in a...
No idea the word that you've just said.
Vanguard of the North wouldn't be in a Targ Stag deck, would it?
Are they called Vanguard of the North? That doesn't sound right. Maybe it's because I haven't seen the card in 5 years.
Oh, they're doing stuff. Okay, so Nefarious Acolyte is blanking the Baron at the Gates. Although Eric does only have... Eric Swanson, to clarify, only has 2 cards in Shadows. It's not going to be massive impact, I think. The Regent's Guard is doing a military on the left.
That's it, keep going.
What, while you consult your memory?
I'm trying to consult my memory about what I was looking up.
And that goes through unopposed, killing off the Nefarious Acolyte, as Eric Swanson doesn't have any military icons on the board.
It is Vanguard of the North.
It is! Oh yeah! You impressed?
No.
You should be. I mean, you know, it's not exactly a commonly played card.
True.
So, getting rid of that Nefarious Acolyte leaves Tyrion a bit exposed. But Eric Swanson is the second player. I wonder if he can get any challenges through. Can he get a power through? Would you want to get a power through? What strength is Tyrion?
5.
5. Oh, but Benjamin's got possibly a practice blade on him, which would put him at 6, right?
Is that a practice blade? Look more. Yeah, it could be. I don't know.
I think
Could be anything.
it is. I vaguely recall when he put it on him, me thinking, "Oh, strange to give him another military icon. He already has one."
Well,
but it
might
might
make
be...
him 5 strength.
Oh, would it?
Yeah, because he's only 4 strength.
Doesn't practice blade give you +2?
No.
Oh.
+1. Unless it is +2, but I think it's +1.
You're probably right. You're normally right. It looks like it's doing an intrigue though. So an intrigue which is being blocked by Yoren and Clydus.
Does Tyrion have stealth or insight?
Well, darling, I can tell you that Tyrion has insight. Are you impressed I know that?
Really?
Really?
Right.
Not that Richard just, you know, looked it up or anything and I saw.
Eyesore. Yes.
You are an eyesore.
Speaking of eyesore, look how messy the board is.
I know. So Robert Strong has come out, tried to kill Clydus. I think Aemon tried to save. And then Redkeep stopped that, and then something happened, and then a ghost was ambushed in to put onto Clydas. So Clydas still has the dupe and the ghost.
Cool.
Very, very
Okay,
protective.
so Eric's trying to get rid of the duplicate so he can Valar the board.
That's what it seems.
But Crasta?
Yeah.
Crasta could just sacrifice himself and bring Clydas back if there is a Valar.
It depends, though, doesn't it? Because the Lanni player's got the Red Keep and the Alchemist Guild. So he's got ways of cancelling the Crasta.
It's true.
Crasta.
Crasta!
Crasta. Posh version.
I mean, the interesting plays with Crasta are the Regent Guard would pop up back on Eric Swanson's side, but then Yoren would pop back up on Eric Green's side, allowing him to re-steal.
Oh, yeah, of course. Don't they come in? Do they come in simultaneously?
Yeah, and then you trigger any reactions after that.
Ah, I see. So I think Eric Swanson needs to play some kind of reset, like another one if he's got one.
Yeah, Eric Green's done a really good job of keeping his board populated.
Yeah, despite all of Eric Swanson's cancels, he's just not been able to control Eric Green's board.
I mean, it's been a tough game for Eric Swanson. He's 0-10.
Well, I mean, the Night's Watch player is just... I mean, he started off with a duped Aemon, right? Which you probably don't want to see when your aim is to try and wipe your opponent's board.
Yeah, but I don't think Aemon's been that impactful.
Yeah.
Because, with the Red Keep and the Guildhall, there's control for that.
So that's interesting. So we've got a Valar Morghulis into a barring the gates, which means that Eric Green is not going to be able to trigger Crasta to bring everyone back at all, even if he wanted to, even if the Red Keep and the Alchemist Guildhall wasn't a pain in the butt. So, Crasta's immune anyway, right?
Yep.
Clydas, just get rid of the ghost.
No point in Red keeping that.
And then... So Benjen, you'll kill to get the 2 power and then shuffle back into the deck. Would you... So I'd be tempted to use the Aemon now to try and... Because like the Alchemist Guildhall isn't on the board, is it?
Not just the Red Keep.
Yeah. So I'd maybe use Aemon to try and bait out the reaction and then kill Benjen if he's used the reaction so that he can get the 2 power.
Yeah, maybe he just wants to cancel the Red Keep, the Benjen trigger to keep the power total down.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I think like the order that you do this in might be important, just to try and tempt out the Red Keep trigger, basically. Okay, so Aemon trying to trigger to save himself, which means that he's free to trigger the Benjen and gain the 2 power.
How did Yoren survive?
He's not had that kill yet.
Well, yeah, okay.
He was doing saves.
But he triggered the Benjen. It's all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to win, is he? So
yeah, no, that's fair enough.
it's a hard game for Lanni Kingdom to come and overcome.
Yeah, I mean, I think Eric Swanson had a decent backboard, as I said, but Eric Green...
The board under control, did he?
Yeah, Eric Green was able to really populate his board and had lots of protection on his board, which is really difficult for the Kingdom player. But, I mean, there's a lot of Lanni Kingdoms in the cut, so it might be nice to whittle some of them out.
I mean, I agree. I'm not a fan of it, but, that doesn't mean to say that Eric Swanson deserved to be knocked out at this stage.
Oh, no, I don't mean like that. No,
I know you
just,
don't.
Kingdom's confusing to commentate on. Really hard to follow what's going on.
Right, I think it's time you can wrap this up now.
We're wrapping it up.
Wrap it.
Alrighty then.
Wrap it.
I'm going to wrap it. No, I'm not going to actually wrap it.
No, please.
So, anyway, we will be back with the top 8 as soon as we can. Thanks for watching the video. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by going to patreon.com/The White Walkers. And, Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.